when you've had as much success as Dak has had in the regular season, what's the next step? I mean, because you say, okay, it's incremental steps, and you have to. There's a process. You win, you lose. Okay, now we consistently win. And each year, you like to think that we can progress a little further. And they haven't been able to get past that divisional round and even getting back to an NFC championship. So now that's the measuring stick for that. Right. If you want to be thought of in that little small group, let's see, Joe Burrow has gone to 2 AFC championship games, got to a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, we're not even talking about him because there hasn't been a year in which he's been a starter that he didn't make the AFC championship. In 3 of those 5 years, he found himself in the Super Bowl, and he's won 2 Super Bowls. So we understand. But if you want to be thought of as those quarterbacks or those legendary, you got to go further, Ocho. Because right now, what's the difference between him and Tony Romo? Tony Romo won division. Tony Romo won, but he wasn't able to advance past the divisional round. And that's what the Cowboys, when you look at Staubach and you look at the guys that has those Lombardis lined up in Jerry's office, the reason why they became legendary, the reason why they became folklore is because they were able to capture the ultimate. And that's what it comes down to in this sport. In pro sports, there's on this menu, Ocho, there's only 2 things you can order: wins and losses. They don't even come with water. They don't give you no napkins. You get wins and losses. That's all you get. And so I just think that I've been receiving some criticism for something that I said last night. I said he led the league in interceptions consistently, but y'all know I meant turnovers. So let me clarify what I said. Dak has finished in 7 years 3 times in the top 10 in total turnovers. 4 times if you count the year, because he was top 5 the year that he broke his ankle and missed the rest of the season. So and he finished first last year, tied for first last year, and he missed 5 games. So I think if somebody finishes top 4, top 10, 4 of the 7 years he's been in the league, don't you think that would qualify as someone that's turnover prone, Ocho?
Yeah. So somewhat based on numbers. Everything is about numbers. Everything is about
Ocho,
numbers.
let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
In 10 years, if you finish top 10 in drops for those 8 seasons, what would people consider, Ocho?
Drops.
If you finish top 10 in fumbles in 4 of the 8 years you've been in the league, they're gonna say you got a fumbling problem.
Right.
I'm just Ocho. 2 things can be true. Dak can be playing really well, and he's had a history of turning the ball over. Why they don't have to be mutually exclusive? And I think sometimes people lose sight of that 2 things can be true. He can be a good player, and Adrian Peterson was a historically great running back. But what did he have a problem doing, Ocho? Fumbling the football.
Yeah.
So are we denying that? No, it happened.
Yeah, and it doesn't take away the fact that they are great at what they do.
Right. And so the problem is that when Dak has gotten into the playoffs, that bug has reared its head.
You know what? One thing about it, and I know them boys going to see this, to take some of the pressure off of Dak, to me, I think which would help with some of the interceptions and some of the things like that, I need my receiving core to raise their level of play. I need CeeDee Lamb to always be open.
CeeDee playing out his mind, Ocho.
I know he playing out his mind. I need Gallup. I need Brandon Cooks. I'm talking about every time something is called, every time a play is called, you just got to be there for your quarterback. I'm talking about like insurance. You know, if something happened to you and you got insurance, you know that insurance is gonna cover you no matter what. I want Dak to be able to be blindfolded and be able to count and be able to throw a ball without even looking and knowing his receiver is gonna be there for him every single time. Every time. And I think when you get that type of trust in your quarterback and receiver, knowing he's gonna be there for me, they're gonna be fine, especially come playoff time.
Yeah, well, CD has played this year like a top 5 receiver.
Crazy.
You and I debated with top 10. I was like, okay, borderline top 10, but he's played like a top 5 receiver. I think it goes without question saying that Tyreek has been the best receiver, and then AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson was balling out of his mind before he tweaked that hamstring. Chase is Chase. Keenan Allen has been phenomenal.
Crazy.
But CD has been legit. CD has been, 3 straight. I think he had 3 straight games with double-digit catches and 150 plus yards. Something that had never been done in NFL history. He did that. He's showing. It's going to cost you a lot of money to re-sign him because he's in the 4th year. He got that contract coming up. Guess what? You got that boy dog on the other side, number 11. double hockey sticks. He coming up. He gonna want his paper.
Oh yeah.
So they're gonna and guess what? Dak's gonna coming up. What you gonna do with Dak?
Yeah.
Dak win the Super Bowl. That's automatically $50 million.
It's a wrap.
It is a wrap. He gets to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Now he's thrown his name into the MVP discussion with the way he's played the last 2 weeks, with the touchdown, the interception, the touchdown high, interception rate low. He's thrust his name into the equation.
Right.
But that's a great problem to have, Ocho. I'd rather have that problem in dealing with paying guys after I've won a championship as opposed to like, who do I pay? And we haven't reached the ultimate pinnacle yet. Right. So Dak continue to play well. I was just pointing out those are some of the things, and you just can't look at the positive. Yeah, you look at guys. Okay, Dak's playing well. I think you and I discussed that last night. Yeah. He was clean. I'm talking about for Sunday clean.
Yeah,
I'm talking about church anniversary clean. Yeah, I'm talking about health inspection clean.
He was clean as the board of health. That's how clean he was.
Yeah.